Okay. uh, I gotta say, I forgot to press the go live button after pressing the go live on the Streamlabs. I don't know since when the system was like this, but or maybe it always has been, and I didn't realize this because I was multi-streaming using Restream.io. What am I talking about is that there's a go live button on the Streamlabs. There's also a go live button on the YouTube Studio. And while I was among the time when I was using the Restream.io site, multi-stream, I just simply had to press the go live button on the Streamlabs, and well, of course, all the configurations and properties has to be done in the Restream.io, and then I have to press the go live on the Streamlabs. But now I'm only streaming in one channel, which you're watching right now. Something tells me I turned off my background music. I did. Okay. So now I'm streaming in one channel, and I don't have to. I mean, I have to. Yeah, I have to press the go live button on the Streamlabs and then on the YouTube Studio. I'm not complaining. Yeah, I'm not complaining at all. It's just a one button click away. The only difference is one additional button click. I'm not complaining. But I occasionally forgot that I have to press the button on the YouTube Studio too. Hmm. Thankfully, the accident, it hasn't happened yet, but the accident that I forgot that I have to click the go live button on the YouTube Studio also. And if I somehow forgot about that in the future and just stream without even being on live, then that would basically be me talking to a wall, literally, because no one's on the other side. I'm not saying that even right now it's not like very distant from being no one's on the other side. But if that accident, so-called accident happens, then it literally is I'm just doing a bunch of weird, stupid shit. Weird, delusional shit. Delusional? Yeah, I think that's the correct word. Most adequate. Okay. Okay. What did I say in the last stream? I think I said something about starting off. No. What I'm saying, I do clearly remember. Yeah, I do clearly remember. The the habit of trying to like wear myself down has become a constant habit inside my brain. I am fighting my own self at this point. And it's working. Yeah, I'm trying. Thankfully, it is working. I'm getting much better. So yeah, about the ChatGPT result was about the differential equation with nonlinear differential equation, about how to get the function of theta t. Yeah, I want to put into a term as a process, but it's more like a journey. It's a voyage. Because after the last stream, I've done some little bit more research after the stream ended and asked a few questions on ChatGPT. And well, of course, GPT is not stupid, very smart, and yielded me some answers. The how to solve the non-linear ODE, ordinary differential equations, such things like that. And I actually remember how to do that, and I'm gonna do that right now. I believe you don't want to see the ChatGPT results after the stream, right? Yeah, you guys don't have to see that. It just spoils the thing what I'm going to do, and it's not that much like crazily worth that I have to reveal it to you guys. Trust me, it wouldn't matter that much. Okay. I don't need this slide. I need this also. I'm gonna leave this one. I just erased them all since it was based on the incorrect method of solving the math equations. Therefore, yeah, the first step was wrong, and therefore the further steps are all wrong. So I erased them all. Maybe I'm gonna leave this one also B. Yeah. And we're gonna start off from here. It's physics. I have to focus on that concept. It's physics. And that actually helped me. And to a certain degree, yeah. Okay, so the Hooke's law. I don't know if you guys have heard of the Hooke's law. It went something like simple harmonic oscillation diagram. Like for example, a spring. A spring. And wait, I'm not gonna like explain like too much detail on this. I'm just gonna move on, but I'm just gonna briefly say what I'm going to do. Yeah, this is important. F equals minus kx, and x is equal to the distance between the equilibrium point and where the weight is located at. Yeah. And the minus will indicates the direction of force tries to move back into the original state, in the original location. Yeah, so it doesn't matter that much. So minus k is a constant and varies on like every spring, pendulum, or whatever that is. It's a constant. And we know what the force is. Yeah, I might have to try this on. The force. We know the force that is given in a position, in a certain position on a pendulum. Okay. And that was mg sine theta. Mg sine theta. Mg sine theta is the force that, okay, being applied by gravity while also held by a pendulum string. Mg sine theta. Well, I can just do this. Yeah, why do this if I have the technology? Oh shit. um, Forget about it. It's too much of hassle. I don't want hassle. Also, I think it's becoming a thing in my channel, but I am eating and also doing live streaming. Starting to slowly becoming my channel's thing, and I have no opinion towards it. Okay. I just remember something while I was eating. Today is my birthday. Yeah. May 29th in KST. It's my birthday. I know it's not May 29th yet in some certain countries. But in South Korea, it's past midnight. So it's my birthday today. Okay. That being said, the mg sine theta is the force that moves the pendulum at a certain point, mg sine theta. And how did I do this? Hold on. Mg sine theta and ax. Wait. I gotta find out myself what I did the last time. Okay, you're seeing this? Are you seeing this? I know that I was supposed to, I wasn't planning to show this on the stream, but I don't fucking care. Okay. Oh my god. This. Okay. You got yourself a little bit spoiled right there, but it doesn't matter. I'm scrolling faster than your eyes, so not that much. Okay. Alright, this one. Okay. You know what? Maybe I was approaching it to some weird method. Yeah. Do you guys remember that I said f equals minus ks in spring whatsoever? Yes, try to ignore this information from your memory. Try to ignore this information from your memory. I'm not sure if this is useful or not in the future. Look at this. Yes. I will demonstrate it for you. This is your information leaving from your brain. There it goes. So, I don't know if I need that in solving the ODE yet. That might come later in the future. For now, I'm gonna continue from what I can remember. Yes, I was completely forgetting about the rotation stuff, the torque. And this one's called 회전 관성. This one's called 각가속도. Yeah, you probably have no idea what I just said. But surprisingly, the symbols are enough to understand what I'm trying to do. Yeah. Even if you don't understand Korean, you definitely understand or have seen at least one point in your life that equation. Language barrier is not required to understand those terms. mg sine theta, this one, mg sine theta, and it's also in this. 회전 관성. Rotation inertia, and this is angular acceleration. I think that's the correct term of way of saying. Yeah, so anyway, and I is equal to ml squared, which is, this one is L. Yeah, the rotational inertia and the L in question is the distance between the center of rotation and where the mass is located at, which is the length of the pendulum. Yeah, so the ml squared, and alpha is the acceleration, the angular acceleration. Yeah. The theta dt squared. I hope this is correct. And the m will disappear because they're in the same spot. And in the ChatGPT session, it initially approximated sine theta into theta when theta is like equal to almost 0. But I'm not gonna do that. I don't wanna do that. I want to be as precise as possible, and of course ChatGPT knows what I'm doing, and it followed my cue. I request ChatGPT to not approximate sine theta to theta, and it actually did, so I'm really impressed. But for now, right. What is required? Oh, I know how to do this. I think I'm not remembering something that I should remember. Oh, never mind. I was correct. I was definitely correct. This will be turned into L squared dt squared d squared theta minus d sine theta is 0. There we go. Yeah. So this is the nonlinear ordinary differential equation. Excuse me. And the GPT's reason of approximating sine theta into theta t, and it makes it into a linear ODE. Therefore, it makes it more simple and less complex to solve the equation. Why am I explaining this? You guys probably know all the things I'm saying. And I didn't like that. And the ChatGPT, I asked ChatGPT once more, I don't like the way how you approximate sine theta t into theta without my permission. Something sort of like that. And it gave me a different approach of solving the problem. Yeah. And like I said, a very long time ago, yeah, there's a physics. And when it comes to physics, when something like a ball is dropping down to your, I don't know, like something, and when the ball is dropping, there's an energy reservation, and the ChatGPT uses that form to solve this nonlinear ODE. Yeah, and it was something like this. That's why I made a dashed line over here. This is L, this is theta, L cosine theta. Yeah. This is L minus L cosine theta. You realize why I did that. Okay. And I have to. The kinetic energy. When we release Pendulum from this location, then it will earn kinetic energy and move through here and come back up here. Yeah. When it's up here, it has no kinetic energy. It only has potential energy, and in here it has potential energy and kinetic energy. And in here it has no kinetic energy but potential energy. Yeah. So the potential energy from here, yeah, this amount of potential energy is inverted to the kinetic energy in here, which in terms I can say that, yeah. So, hold on. In this position, there's no kinetic energy. I'm gonna name this like 1 right here and 2 over here. Okay, and in scenario number 1, the total energy is, okay, I know when it like simply ball running through the park. When you kick the ball and the ball went bye-bye and to fly over to the abyss, you'll never able to see them or retrieve them again. then you will probably like the kinetic energy plus potential energy in this one, K plus P, and that's classic. But while I was actually in ChatGPT, I realized that it used a different term. It was not K. The kinetic energy was not K, and I think it was because it was centered through not the linear movement of the object, but the rotation of the object. Yeah. So it was not K. It was T. It was T. Torsion energy? I don't know. The fuck did I do? Okay, and E is equal to T plus P. Yeah. And P is 0. P is 0. And this is important. I am setting this base. No. Oh shit. P is 0? Hell no. The T is 0. The torsion. The energy is 0. And the P. I'm setting up this. What's the word? This location, yeah. This threshold right here as the base. And that means, yeah, the P. Potential energy is equal to mg L minus L cosine theta. L minus L cosine theta. And in scenario number 2, it has to be conserved. It has to be conserved in T plus P. And the T is equal to this one. Yeah, and this is not the scenario T. Yeah, this undefined location of pendulum. Now T. Okay, hold on a second, please. I'm good. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay, and this will be mg L minus L cosine theta. It's a variable. Okay. The fuck did I just do? Okay. It's all good, it's all good. L cosine theta. This amount L minus L theta. Okay. Good. And this again will be 2분의 1 ml square plus mg L minus L sine theta. Yeah. And these two should be the same value. Excuse me. Right. Okay. Making sure I don't make any mistakes like last fucking time. I'm not allowing anything. MGL L cosine theta. MGL L minus L cosine theta. Equal to this one. Oh. Okay. And the M is going to be ignored. Okay. GL is also going to be ignored. Minus GL minus GL cosine theta 0 equal to d square theta dt square minus GL cosine theta. Okay. So you can get the value of the L squared d2 squared d squared, which is 2GL cosine theta minus cosine theta 0. Okay. And we're gonna substitute this part here with this one. Then we'll finally get the value of theta. Or I could... No, wait a minute. Yeah. No? Yeah? Did I make any mistake? I hope I fucking not. 2GL cosine theta. Oh. 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 Something's not right. I can feel it. Am I overthinking? Am I overthinking it again? 아이고, 아이고, 아이고. 아, 자. GL cosine theta minus cosine theta 0 and 2 will be multiplied on both sides. Okay, what I'm really confused. What I'm a little bit confused about is that I don't think I seem to like get the theta equals something t, function of t in this form when I solve this one. I don't know. Maybe we'll eventually get it, but I don't know. Sine theta to I alpha. I alpha. Okay, that alpha square. I don't know. Seems to be no problem here. Well, like I said, I don't know. It probably won't matter at all, but just had to make sure that I don't make any mistakes. And not trying my best to not make any mistakes is both bad thing and a good thing, double-edged sword. Mostly a bad thing when it comes to creating contents on YouTube. Creativity matter, and striving for excellence and perfectionism without actually trying to diverse yourself enough, then the speed of growing yourself is actually getting really lower. Gets really slow. Yeah, and I think everyone has some like similar experience. Similar. Fucking say that word. Similar experience. Yeah. Oh. High school, middle school me would have like high school, middle school me would have seen one problem on a math test and would be hanging on that one single problem for 3 hours if I somehow get stuck. Yeah, that would be me if I didn't grow at all. But thankfully, as I much grow and become older, I'm not becoming that wise, but at least I'm getting into it. I'm not getting wise as a philosopher level, you Aristotle level, but at least I'm getting less and less stupid and idiot. And I know there are a lot of adults, a lot of people who does opposite. It's stupid and idiot more than ever when they age. And I'm just glad that I'm not that way. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Oh, I can just move the G. Why did I do the first? Okay. G is gone. Twelve cosine theta minus sine theta minus 12 cosine theta 0 is 0. Theta. What is theta? Hmm. Hmm. I wanna do something crazy. 12 cosine theta minus 12 sine theta 0 is sine theta is equal to root of 1 minus cosine square theta. Right here. Okay. And I think I wanna square the both sides. Yeah. I know this might be the classic dumb shit thing that I would do every mathematical challenges. I did it when I was doing hyperbola, ellipsoid, ellipse, parabola. And every time. Okay. And then this will be okay. 4L squared sine squared theta minus 2 cosine theta 0 sine theta plus cosine squared theta 0. It shouldn't be like this because okay, 1 minus cosine squared theta 1 minus cosine. I'm putting awfully too many faith in this equation. I don't know if I should stop from here or not, because I still cannot make sure if this is what I really should go for. I know I have a feeling, strong feeling that this is not going correctly. Who gives? Okay, then this will be 4L. Oh. Oh, hold on. 알죠. And cosine theta would be equal to 4L squared plus 1. 들어봐. 뭐였더라? a분의 마이너스 플러스 마이너스 b 얘가 2의 배수일 때 그러면은 no, this definitely is not correct. I think I'm stopping right here. Yeah, something went wrong from the earlier steps. I really hated when this happened. When I tried to, yeah, when I try to put my own thing, my own effort and time into solving things in my own way, and turns out that this is nowhere near the ChatGPT sensei's works. I highly don't appreciate it how this goes. minus the AC. Yeah, then this will be just a form of theta 0 something. And theta 0 is a constant. It's an initial value of theta. So it just basically means that theta is a constant. So we're fucked up here. This is not right. Okay, incorrect. But thankfully, we discovered that that thing is incorrect very early. Okay, the initial point of here, the torsion energy is 0. We can all agree to that. The potential energy is mgh. mg times L minus L cosine theta 0. L cosine theta 0. Yeah. And it's in here. You know, I have an idea, yeah. This is also the option for the ChatGPT showed me. But the ChatGPT showed that I can set not this one as a base. Not this one as a base. But here as a base. This one. This point as a base. Then I don't have to worry about the L minus L cosine theta 0 anymore. Because, well, it is L minus L cosine theta 0. But since this is the base, the potential energy, yeah, the potential energy right here would be L minus L cosine theta. Yeah, okay. Hear me out. So it's L cosine theta 0. And we're basically thinking something like this. Yeah. This is the upper direction. Then we're basically gaining the potential energy and physical energy at the same time, which is impossible in the nature without any force given. But so therefore I wanna say it's L cosine theta 0 for distance, but I want to leave the minus here. I'm just left the minus here, indicating the negative direction of the potential energy. Yeah, and also here is gonna be the same. Okay, then to minus mgl cosine theta 0, and this one should be this one plus minus mgl cosine theta, not theta 0. And when theta goes to 0, it fully becomes that shit over there. This is confusing. Okay. I mean, we have done nothing wrong in just minus mgl cosine theta 0. And don't you ever hate that fucking feeling when you're stuck? And it gets even more stuck, like you're pushing a stake through the dirt or salt. And the more you push it, the more it goes deeper and it's more difficult to pull it out. Yeah, I think I have pushed this take too hard. I mean, I didn't even use my hand. I used a sledgehammer to pile down this take into the dirt. I might as well, like, I don't know, ground the hammer itself into the dirt. The take itself is long gone. I'm not seeing the things clearly. I cannot see the answers in front of my eyes. Minus mgl cosine theta 0, and that is minus mgl cosine theta. Only the theta changes right there. 그리고 왔는데 그러면은 the final answer, the final equation, the left-hand side, right-hand side doesn't change that much because the MGL gets erased. Yeah, it gets erased regardless of what method you use. mg minus mgl cosine theta 0, and this is mg minus mgl cosine theta. Okay. Is this? Yeah, it is this. Zero. G sine theta is equal to 2gl cosine theta minus cosine theta 0. 2l cosine theta minus cosine theta 0. Sine to also and then and then oh. Minus 2 minus. Well, hooray for me. I really did this, didn't I? Shit. Okay. 신육L 사선 client will go away. Okay, and this will be minus 4L squared. And minus 4L squared times square theta 0 plus 1. That's easy. That's easy. Oh no, it's not easy. Damn. I thought it's going to be a form of something square. Square of some certain, I don't know, some equation. Why am I doing this right now? I didn't haven't I just said that this is incorrect? I even named this slide as incorrect. I refuse to believe myself, but I didn't make any mistakes at the backstage. There was no mistakes made. I'm awfully sure about that. Very interesting. Okay. I don't want to rely this on the ChatGPT. That's not what I'm going to do. Oh. From our earlier torque analysis, we found that shit. I really don't wanna just read the ChatGPT. Okay. Equilibrium is gravity. Torque is mgl sine theta. Oh. Ah! I knew I was something wrong. I knew I was doing something wrong. The torque in question. How could I forget about that? Torque and the plane force is very different. I was stupid. I think I see. Yeah. Damn. How could I completely forgot about this? This was literally my finals in the university. I've seen this so many times. Yeah, torque equal to r vector. In Korean, we name this 외적. And the different two types of calculation between vectors. This one and this one. Yeah, what this one? Okay. Oh, mg sine theta. Yeah, mg is here. The torque being given is the L and mg and times the sine of the angle between those two forces, those two vectors. That is theta. So it's mg sine theta. And of course L. mgl sine theta. Yeah. Would that change like significantly? Would that even do anything? mgl sine theta. Okay. mgl sine theta and the I alpha is that thing, and mgl sine theta. The gl sine theta right here. And g sine theta is L this shit. So that's why there was this one over here. Okay. G and L. Minus L, minus G over L sine theta. Minus G. Divided by L square. L square. Then it will be not in here, but on the denominator. L and G. Well, it's basically the same, so I think that must change. I suppose. God damn it. Okay. Where left off? Torque is I and torque is MGL sine theta right there. So we got this. G over L sine theta. Is that right? G over L sine theta. It says plus, but I think that doesn't matter right here. Does it? Does it? MGL fine. Maybe it matters. I don't know, I'm just gonna leave it be. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it be. We're gonna come back to the if that's correct or not. Oh. Okay, but ignore about the plus and minus in front of the g over L sine theta. And this was approximation. Word there. And now is without the approximation. Okay. And kinetic energy. Ah! I was so stupid. Man. I knew. Okay, hold on. I know. I have my own control of how to look solutions whenever I'm stuck. But this is a live stream. My live stream. I cannot just go straight into ChatGPT and ask for answers, or just look for solutions without any of my effort. And that's actually the most basic moral throughout every streamers, YouTubers in this platform. And maybe, you know what, I think I have to double check that. Yeah, I think I have to change that mindset. From now on, whenever I get stuck, whenever I feel like, silly, silly me. Whenever I feel something like that, then I'm just gonna go straight into ChatGPT and not waste any time. Time is precious, especially when I'm running low out of time. I just realized my age since today's my birthday. I'm running out of time. So I gotta conserve time. I should actually, regardless of the time conserving or not. I know this was a little bit stupid. Anyway, so the problem that I realized was this one. Yeah, I confused with the alpha square and the square of this one right here. The second differential and the power by 2. I got confused, I admit. Yeah. Okay, so one over 2 I alpha square plus mg, all the same. Alpha is, yeah, that by square. We're gonna protect that square till the end, until the time comes. That's correct. 2분의 1 이게 I 값이 알파가 E square. Second differential of the theta. Is not right because I know I know the rotation energy has a similar form of the simple linear movement, kinetic energy. Yeah, so something like this. And they have their own value corresponding to this. M, which is mass, equal to rotational inertia, and V, which is the velocity of an object, is correspondingly velocity of angular velocity, the omega. Okay. So it's not second differential. It's first order differential. There we go. Now it all makes sense. Everything's okay. 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 Finally, we're getting somewhere. Okay. d theta over dt squared is equal to yeah, that's legit. What is not legit is that I can substitute this one from here. Doesn't make sense. And now we can finally continue from here. My name is number 2. Numbering the slides might not be a wise idea because you can always go back and forth without this a certain order that I have to go follow through. But then again, it wouldn't matter that much. It's fine. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm seeing things. Now I can finally breathe. All those errors constipated, what's the word? Contain. Trapped. What's wrong with me today? All of those errors trapped into the alveolar. Now they are all outside of my mouth and they are now free to go. Yes, of course. They will always come back to my lungs and they will sometimes bring their germs or viruses in the air and try to contaminate myself. Which is exactly what happened approximately 6 years ago. Oh, right. And I knew I was supposed to I'm planning to say the things. Okay, so hear me out. The past comments for the last, I don't know, 30 seconds that I mentioned, like the lung contamination and the virus and the air, the virus, airborne virus coming through the lungs and contaminating the health system. And the comment that I just made is not cringe, and I will explain why. I have done zero progress of it, but I was actually thinking of making a game. Yeah, and I have originally have thought of it a few years ago. Yeah, years ago. And I actually never put a single step into it because among those years, you know what happened to my channel, what I did, and those were the main priorities: making music, making animation. I didn't even thought about like creating a game, or even sometimes forget that I had a plan to create a game. And the game, I'm revealing it right now. Yeah, the game that I thought of and planning is called Anti-Pathogen. It's not. Yeah, it's a title. It's a title that I thought of, but it might change. It's not 100% settled right now, but Anti-Pathogen is a title, also the name of the project that I thought of. And the concept of the game is that you are a single cellular or double cellular organic being. Yes, some sort of like that. And what you do is you're fighting off germs, bacteria, viruses, or sometimes parasites, something like that. Yeah. So among those viruses, you'll be fighting like simple cold, or I don't know. I don't know how to say it in English. 천연두. 이 미친, 이게 영어로 배운 적이 없어. Acne. Acne is caused by viruses, but acne itself is not the name of viruses. So among those viruses that you'll fight, of course there will be COVID-19. Yeah. YouTube doesn't demonetize this word anymore, right? It was really weird. You know, there was time that you have to censor yourself saying this COVID-19 to something else. Like, they blurred this text out, or sometimes they just said C virus, which sometimes caused confusion because I think that's also appeared on the Resident Evil series. But yeah, you'll be fighting COVID-19, you'll be fighting cold, you'll be fighting Black Plague, and other viruses, bacteria. You'll be fighting MERS. You'll be fighting, oh my god, AI, not the artificial intelligence, the AI between birds. You'll be fighting the prion bacteria. You know, that thing that eats your brain. How crazy that sounds like. You'll be fighting that. Yeah. But it's not going to be like you're the protagonist. Like I said, you're a single or double cellular, or I don't know, multiple cells. You're an organic being, multiple cells. And I'm not saying that this is you, the protagonist, and you'll be wandering around in the petri dish. You'll be like, I don't know, shooting some goofballs into the end, this will die. It's not something like that. Yeah, you're not inside the petri dish, and this is not. Well, I should have set in stone that this would be 2D or 3D. But you're not in petri dish, and you're not in the POV under a microscope. You are going to be a full human being. Yeah. And you might have some question, but Pararang, you just said that I am a single or double cellular organic being, and I think humans are not like that. And you're absolutely right. Humans are totally not single cell organic creatures. I forgot how many cells there are in the human body, but you're not single cellular. Yeah. This one, I want to point it out. It has a same concept, a similar concept of the cells at work. You know the anime, cells at work. Yeah, where the protagonist is a eukaryocyte. Yeah, the eukaryocyte, and the police system in that world, in the universe, was prokaryocyte, white blood cells. What are those called? Eukaryocytes. Wait, it's not the correct word. It's okay. Okay. Erythrocyte. My bad. I was stupid. Okay. Red blood cell. Erythrocyte was the protagonist, delivering oxygen into the other places, other cells. Leukocyte was the police. Yeah. Instead of showing the images of actual depicted live cells, rather than this, I might just search up the anime cells at work. Cells. This one, yeah. If you know this anime, you'll probably know what I'm gonna say. Okay. And as my memory goes, they if I remember correctly, this dude with the kill cap on his head was a T cell. Has a equivalent role of CIA in the real world. And this woman also a fighter. But I didn't watch enough anime to finally realize the name of this cell. But she was also a fighter and was also something, definitely, because it's a cells at work. There's nothing. Were these cells? These guys were the blood clot? No, the ones that move the blood clot. Pursulpun. Okay, gotta understand, platelets. And you gotta understand what I'm feeling right now, because I barely got introduced of the English names. Even though my major was bio-nano engineering, I still have some difficulties on the most simple and basic names on the human body. It's incredible that I somehow managed to get the word lung, L-U-N-G, out of my memory. Oh yeah, and do not worry, I know the thing that makes the lodom sound on left of my heart is heart. Okay, so platelets. And I guess those were the main 4 characters appears in the show. Maybe not. Well, there are lots of them, yeah. There are really lots of human cells in human body, so yeah, there have lots of microphone. 뭐였더라? 내식 세포. Yeah, so anyway, borrowing the similar concept of the cells at work, you're this one. You're this one, not a cell in a petri dish under a microscope. And I was thinking of the game in a Doom style. You know, that Doom, like with a big fucking gun. Yes. Big fucking violence. With the more big fucking... What else? A big fucking gun, big fucking violence. big fucking energy is what I had thought of, yes. It's what I thought of for the past years without any single step of production. And I think I'm going to be that way for the, I don't know, the few months more. But I just wanted to share with you guys about what I had in mind. And I was planning it to be completely secret before the actual release of demo or something. But I'm just releasing it right now. Yeah, because I want to set this as a proof that this Pararang dude doing a weird thing on YouTube and sometimes do VTuber, sometimes do animation, sometimes do music. This guy has originally thought of this idea, and I want to make this as a proof. Because you will never know. Maybe in the future I might not get lazy and actually delve into production. So I wanted to share that, but not only because of that. I just don't wanna make this as a secret anymore. Just why? Yeah, I just felt that there was no reason to maintain this as a secret. Just gonna let you guys know what I had in mind, and you guys deserve it to know. You guys definitely deserve to know. What I had in mind, yeah. The concept art that I had in my mind, obviously, because I've never delved into production. Okay. Gun over here. Including the big giant monster. Big giant, I don't know, organic material monster, like in Resident Evil. A big fucking behemoth, you'll be fighting that. But of course, this is also important. When I actually happen to make this into a thing, I will never make the monsters cool. I will make them disgusting and unappealing as possible. Because I know there's some going to be fucking freaks out there who would say wood into this thing. This thing you see right now. Yeah. You'll never know the limits of human imagination, and there's gonna be some kind of weird freaks like without you expecting. And I'm not saying that's wrong. I'm not gonna judge those people. I'm not saying those people deserves to die and rot in hell. I'm not saying no, nothing like that. Nothing like that. What I'm trying to say is that especially this one should not be treated like that, because it's a real disease, and real plague. It definitely have caused a lot of pain and a lot of bad memories, pain to every people on the world, including me. And there might be people who have experienced loss to this plague or virus. So in order to make things not light and not make it into a joke, that is why I said that if I'm planning to do this, if I'm actually gonna do this, I'm not gonna make them appealing at all in any other way. In what form? In any other form, in whatever the form that is. not going to be appealing. It's going to be disgusting, and it should make people feel disgusted and opposed to the being of it. I'm actually glad that I'm sharing this thing to you guys. Although I'm definitely sure this ranting that I just did will be meaningless because I won't be doing any production. Yeah. There was one time that I did some things on Game Maker Studio. And I believe it didn't even have the numbers next to the title of the software. Because I think those times, I think in that time, there were no sequels. I mean, there were no updates. The second version of the software was announced. Maybe they have. Maybe I'm not remembering correctly. But anyway, yeah. So it was basically Game Maker Studio 1. And I think I used that to do something. I eventually didn't not make a game. But I was definitely doing something with that. My goal was probably to make a game, because you try to make a game with the Game Maker Studio, what else? But I don't know, maybe I got bored in midway. And probably like even myself thought about game as a career. It makes sense then. When you're young and when you're young and still among the age that you have to learn through the parents and how the worlds work from the other adults, it's a normal thing to have a thought that gaming is bad. Yeah, gaming is bad, and playing a game will be treated as a heresy. Well, that's too much, but something sort of like that. Probably that's why I quit doing the midway. No, kind of think of it. I think I quit because I still. Yeah, I think I quit because I didn't understand any of the mechanics in the software. I think that might be the most major reason. I think it was not written in English. I think it was written in Korean. And it still was very hard to understand. As you know, the language... the same language does not guarantee that you'll be able to comprehend everything you slap on your face. I think everyone that can agree to that. Okay. I'll be right back. I'll be back with water. I know, I know I said I'll be back with water, but I'm actually back with different something else. And it has a straw. You guys don't even have to know. Okay. Ah! Ah! 뭐야 이거 왜 이래 이거. 아! 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 Okay. Good heavens, it gets caught up. Otherwise, it might sound very weird. Okay. I can see the microphone had picked up what I was doing. I think. Okay, where was I? I spent too much time yapping about things that I'm not even sure that I'm gonna continue or not. How sad. How sad. Okay. So, we have clues. We have clues. For this. Yeah. Is this Yeah. And I'm gonna just place this into a constant A. Yeah. Constant C. No, constant A. Okay. Constant A is right over there. Uh uh. And therefore the differential of theta in first order is minus G over L sine theta dt over d theta. How is that even Oh, no. What am I doing? Yeah. What am I doing? Okay. Root plus root of A. Am I having a stroke? Focus. All the foods that I consumed into my stomach. Oh, maybe that's why. Yeah, the brain energy. The energy that should have went to the brain is now focusing on my stomach. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Minus 2g over L sine theta 0 is considered A. Okay. So that's A right there. Constant. A constant. How does this help me anyway? This is the problem. Damn. I know that I can just probably solve this by using the Laplace transformation, but no, I'm not doing that. Was Laplace transformation applicable in the non-linear? Is what I also don't remember, so that's why I'm not doing that. Okay. So d squared theta dt squared. Let's see. 맞냐 이거? 이거를 sine theta plus A times Well, I didn't even have to do this because it's just basically at least the same equation over there. Huh. Interesting. Well, I check the ChatGPT once more. I really don't wanna do that. Okay. 뭐 어쩌라는 거야 여기서? I'm gonna look it up on ChatGPT. 이걸. Genius. This guy's a genius. Holy shit. If I have to be like honest, it almost feels like it's not a math. It's like magic trick. Just it's a competition of who does much more. Who does much more fluent magic, fluent tricks. Yeah, tricks. I would have never guessed that I could do this by not have searched upon the ChatGPT. That just sounds very sad. 2G over L. Root sine. Yeah. Is that? Oh. Going to be root of L over 2G times theta minus 9 theta 0 There's one, two, three. Okay. Hmm? Hmm. And now I can integrate both sides on theta, and it will yield. Oh shit, how am I supposed to do this? Sine theta. Sine theta. Oh, E. And there's L. L. Integrate. Theta 0. And there's the 1 over there. E theta over here. Sine theta is over there. Why is it over there? But the cosine theta is A U. Okay, then minus sine theta d theta is d u. E theta is equal to du minus du over sine theta. Right, I'm not gonna make same mistake like I made last time. Minus sine theta d theta. Equal to minus root of 1 minus u squared plus du over there. Ah, okay. This one will turn into integral of root u minus cosine theta 0. Yeah, u minus cosine theta 0. Oh, there's minus, so okay, I'm gonna minus that up there. Times root 1 minus u squared. There's 1 and du. Okay. Something tells me that I even made more complex. Who knows? Okay. Sine is u. And 맞는데? root 1 minus Hold on. I think I know how to do this. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think I know how to do this. Uh, mm, mm, yeah. Zero. If I differentiate this, will it turn into this one? Is the question. No, answer is no. I have to substitute 1 over 2 into just 2. That's simple. Good. Good. Zero. 그리고 얘를 미분하면 또 뭘까? (1 마이너스 2 유제곱분의 1 1 마이너스 u 스퀘어 응? I think this is what it is. Yeah, okay. I don't like how this looks like. It makes me angry. Okay. 마이너스 1 마이너스 유제곱에 2분의 3분의 1 And minus is almost unnoticeable. There we go. Minus 2, 1 minus u, 3 over 2, 1, and e, u. Okay. Well, this doesn't seem any easier, but I don't know. Almost forgot to use square over there. Oh? Okay. Wait a minute. Why am I solving this into a form of theta? I don't understand. Did I get tricked by ChatGPT? I thought I was going for theta equals something something t, and this doesn't look like any of it. Interesting. Actually, it's not. It's not that much interesting. I think I got tricked. Huh? All confusing and weird. Theta is... Oh. Okay, theta. Theta is... integral of this dt, and this constant, so you're outside of the integration. Okay. Root of cosine theta minus cosine theta 0 dt. No, is this not what I should do? Ah. Yeah, maybe the ChatGPT told me This is weird if I say the term that ChatGPT asked and told me the information. I don't know. Like, who is the actor and who is the receiver here? I have to read the ChatGPT's notes, but is it legit that ChatGPT is the one who is giving and I am the receiving? Because he wouldn't be. The ChatGPT's giving part would not exist without my role of giving the question to ChatGPT. I am being a giver to be a ChatGPT as a giver. Why am I talking? Oh yeah, the ChatGPT. The reason maybe the ChatGPT went for this strategy instead of the d theta over dt. Maybe it's because of this, because the specificity. There are no any single clues or specificity about the theta and t form, so maybe that's why the ChatGPT is going for this one. I think I understand. Yeah, cause at here at this point I think I'm kinda stuck. Right? There is. Am I stuck in here? It seems like stuck, so maybe that is why. Okay, well then, the key is something like this all over again. Okay. Root 0, 2. That's a really interesting looking equation, in my opinion, because that's not what you see every day. That's something very interesting. So, I'm gonna solely focus on solving this equation. Well, I took a sneak peek. About the final answer of the ChatGPT approved it, and it's really simple. It looks very simple. Although right now it looks very complex as fuck, but maybe it all resolves into a very simpler form, and these all equations are worth it. Is what I'm hoping right now. Okay. Let's see. This is equal to. What is this equal to? Jesus. Okay. The. Oh my god. Okay. And then minus will go away. 2 will go away first. 2 will go away first. Return the plus root of 1 minus u square 3 over 2. Actually, you know what? I think I kind of want to do this. Yeah. root of 1 minus u squared. Root of 1 minus u squared. And there is root of that thing over there. U minus cosine theta 0. And there's the u at the final position. Maybe this will help. Maybe this will. Okay. Ow! Ow! Okay, it's fine. Yes. If I genuinely say it, I don't want to do this anymore. It's just plain stupid. So what's the point of doing this anymore if it's just this fucking shit? This is not what I want to do. Not gonna lie, I'm really frustrated at this moment. Why does it work when it's ChatGPT, and if I do it, it doesn't? As if I'm like, no. I'm not gonna go into the negative realm real quick. But seriously though, it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same, and this is what it did. This integral cannot be expressed in elementary functions, but it is known in terms of elliptic integrals. Oh no. Yeah, 있어봐. Okay. Elliptic integrals. Very exciting. Very exciting. Honestly, very exciting. Oh shit. Okay. elliptic integrals. Elliptic integrals. I'm gonna erase all the nonsensical thing. No. I'm gonna give a little bit, at least single credit to myself, because the elementary method of integration, GPT-6. Yeah. Well, fuck off. Does this look like an elementary to you? Is what I'm trying to say. Because, of course, I know what ChatGPT meant, but what I really focus on and what I'm really trying to say is that at least I tried, because I didn't know about much of the elliptic integrals. Yes, I didn't have any information about the elliptic integral. If I have known that the next step, what the next step is going to be about, I wouldn't have even tried. I wouldn't have even tried to make my own self into it. And for that one, I think I deserve some credit. I don't know what you guys think, but I do. But anyway, let's take that out of the book and focus of what the ChatGPT says about the elliptic integrals. Okay. Full solution with elliptic function. This is an implicit solution for theta t. To express theta t explicitly, we use the Jacobi elliptic function. Yeah, the Jacobi elliptic function. Full solution with the elliptic function. Let k is equal to sine theta 0, 2. And the solution is Sn uk is the Jacobi elliptic sine function. Yeah, so what is it? This thing is fucking me right now. Jacobi elliptic function. Full solution with elliptic function, and well, shouldn't ChatGPT try to at least explain what that is? I don't know, maybe ChatGPT thought that the person who was having a curiosity of this topic might have enough the mathematical knowledge and information, maybe majored in mathematics in university, and that's why I try to assume that the user, which is me, already knows the Jacobi elliptic function. Alright then. I'm doing basically the same thing to you guys, so I have no words to say. Jacobi elliptic function. Yeah. In mathematics, the Jacobi elliptic functions are a set of basic elliptic functions. They are found in the description of the motion of a pendulum, as well as in the design of electronic elliptic filters. While trigonometric functions are defined with reference to a circle, the Jacobi elliptic functions are a generalization which refer to other conic sections, the ellipse in particular. The relation to trigonometric functions is contained in the notation. For example, by the matching notation, excuse me, Sn for sin, sine. The Jacobi elliptic functions are used more often in particular problems than the Weierstrass elliptic functions, as they do not require notions of complex analysis to be defined and are understood. They were introduced by Carl Gustav Jacob Jacobi, 1829. Carl Friedrich Gauss had already studied special Jacobi elliptic functions in 1797, the Leibniz elliptic functions in particular, but his work was published much later. Still don't know what it is, but it sure does look beautiful. It's almost hypnotizing. That's what I like it. The elliptic functions can be given in a variety of notations, which can make the subject unnecessarily confusing. Elliptic functions are functions of two variables. The first variable might be given in terms of the amplitude. Yeah, I'm actually gonna search it up how to read this. Okay. Is it a text or image? Oh. Phi. P. Okay, phi. 500. phi. 파이? 뭐라 있는 거야 이거? P는 그리스어문이. Phi? Phi is it read phi? Phi. Whatever. Or more commonly in terms of u given below, the second variable might be given in terms of the parameter m, or as the elliptic modulus k, or k squared is equal to m, or in terms of the modular angle alpha, where m. Awesome. And don't you just love it when you want to know something? Search it up on Google. Go on to Wikipedia and leave with more questions. It's amazing. It's phenomenal. I really appreciate it. Okay, but you know what? This is what I actually signed off for, because yeah, I'm not backing off. I'm not backing out at all. Definitely gonna. There was a different form of theta t up above. What was the answer in here? Theta e, theta 0 cosine root e over L e is when we assume into theta, no trigonometric functions are involved. Yeah. Then that's really actually just what I don't like. Okay. That was the approximation at theta 0. Theta is close, very close to 0. And this is the realistic one. I see. Yeah. Jacobi elliptic sine function. Jacobi elliptic sine function. Jacobi elliptic sine function. Jacobi elliptic sine function. Oh, yeah. Yeah, baby. Now this is what we're looking for. Yeah. Everybody shout hooray. This is such an epic moment. Okay, I'm not goofing around. I really have to talk into just to I mean I really have to make it serious. I gotta have to find out what I'm looking for. Jacobi elliptic. Yet another method for rapidly converging fast computation of the Jacobi elliptic sine function found in the literature is shown below. I'm not even sure if it's read Jacobi. Something tells me that it could be Jacobi, because J is not necessarily spelled Ja in every country. But then again, I don't know where this person is born, in what country, so I'm just gonna shut up. Okay, SNX. There are two differential equations. The function which exactly solves the pendulum differential equation with the initial angle theta 0 and 0 in initial angular velocity, where m is sine theta. Hey, this is exactly the same thing as GPT said. Oh, not exactly the same, but kinda similar. T is greater than 0 and t is among the real number. Okay. 2 arc sine. Theta is 2. Okay. SNX. AMX, SNX, CNX, DNX. Oh. No. I'm happy. I'm happy. Okay. Going back to the basics, I have to know what this is. Okay. Parabola. Overview. There are 12 Jacobi elliptic functions denoted by PQ, U, M, or P and Q are any of the letters C, S, N, and D functions that form PP, or trivially set to unity for notational completeness. U is the argument, and M is the parameter. Okay, where P and Q are any of the letters C, S, and D functions of the form PP, U, M. Set to unity notation completeness. U is the argument and M is the parameter. U is the argument and M is the parameter, both of which may be complex. In fact, the Jacobi elliptic functions are meromorphic in both U and M. In fact, the Jacobi elliptic functions are meromorphic in both U and M. What the hell is meromorphic? The mathematical field of complex analysis, a meromorphic function of on an open subset D of the complex plane. Open subset D of the complex plane is a function that is holomorphic on all of these, therefore, set of isolated points, which are poles of the function. The term comes from the Greek meros, meaning part. There's so many things that I don't know about. Were we living in the same world, or the guys who made these are living in the same world? You know, I believe they can actually see beyond the infrared and infraviolet. The rainbow, there are not 7 colors to them. They're like, I don't know, 12 at least. Brilliant. I mean, it's really brilliant. But at the same time, I really want to see from their vision of the world. There's a function that is holomorphic of all of D except for stochastic. Every meromorphic function on D can be expressed as the ratio between the holomorphic functions, between two holomorphic functions, with the denominator not constant 0. Defined on D, any pole must coincide with the 0 of the denominator. The gamma function is meromorphic in the whole complex plane. Why the plane is complex? Who made it No. I think, obviously, this might have been a very stupid question. Obviously, there's not. It's not someone's behind the complexity. Yeah, I know. I sounded very stupid right then, but okay, the complex plane might have involving something like the root of -1. That's as far as I can say. But the meromorphic, holomorphic, all of these things are really new to me. I think I have to say this right now. I might have to do this again next time, but the next episode might not be the continuation of what I'm doing. The next episode might not be the plotting of the pendulum. It might be a studying stream. Yes. Yeah, I know you guys are like cannot stand your seat with cheer and excitement because studying Jacobi elliptic functions. Yes, okay, it is even better. Am I right? Yes, now you guys are like, hooray! Jacobi elliptic functions, my most favorite thing, next to $7 million on my bank account. Yeah. So, Jacobi elliptic functions, analysis and studying stream might be the next time that I'm gonna do if I somehow, well, not somehow, I think it's kind of very transparent that I won't be able to indulge into all of these information in one go. It might take some time, definitely take some time. So anyway, at least I'm gonna try for now. Okay, Jacobi elliptic functions, anamorphic in both U and M. The distribution of the zeros and poles in the U plane is well known. However, questions of the distribution of the zeros and poles in the M plane remain to be investigated. I see. But that is why this thing is on 3D. Okay. Fundamental rectangle in the complex plane of U. Okay. In the complex plane of the argument U, The 12 functions form a repeating lattice of simple poles and zeros. 12 functions form a repeating lattice of simple poles and zeros. Depending on the function, one repeating parallelogram or unit cell will have size of length 2k or 4k on the real axis and 2k prime or 4k prime on the imaginary axis. I see, so this is real number and this is fucked up real number. Okay. On the imaginary axis, where k is equal to km, and k prime is k1 minus m, known as the quarter periods. K1 minus. Quarter periods with k dot being the elliptic integral of the first kind. I don't know if you guys realize it, but I still haven't figured out why it is called the elliptic functions in the first place. I am seeing no ellipse if I scroll down into the whole page right here. Yes. Well, if you do see ellipse, I don't think so. Okay. The nature of the unit cell can be determined by splitting the auxiliary rectangle, generally a parallelogram, which is a rectangle formed by the origin 0.0, the center at the corner, and k, k prime has the diagonally opposite corner. As in the diagram, the four corners of the auxiliary rectangle are named S, C, D, and N, going counterclockwise from the origin. The function PQ will have a 0 at the center P, at the P corner, and a pole at the Q corner. Okay, the 12 functions correspond to the 12 ways of arranging these poles, and zeros in the corners of the rectangle. 12 functions correspond to 12 ways of arranging these poles, and zeros in the corners. Okay. And I was wondering why there are 12 functions of it. I believe that's because 3 times 4 are 3 options for each alphabets. So that's 3 times 4, 12. And the argument u and parameter m are real, with m is bigger than 0 and lower than 1. Okay, what is m in my case? In the pendulum. Okay, n. Oh no, m is the t. Yeah, I was looking for the t. Yeah, the function for t. M is t. U, in the other hand, I have no clue. No, I was wrong. So the is the m. U is the omega t, for some reason. Omega is root of g over L. But I know that's angular velocity for sure. Oh, okay. My eyes. What is wrong with my eye? Ow. Did I stay over here? I couldn't remember. This one. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, maybe the root of g over L is not technically equal to the angular velocity. I don't think, yeah. Uh, and I'm not even sure if this omega in this equation represents the angular velocity. We'll figure it out once we read more. Will be real and accelerating parallelism will in fact be a rectangle, and the Jacobi elliptic functions will be real valued on the real line. Okay, on the real line, where did I left off? Since the Jacobi elliptic functions are undoubtedly periodic in U, they factor through a torus, and in effect, their domain can be taken to be a torus, just as cosine and sine are different defined on a circle. Instead of having only one circle, now I have the product of two circles, one real and the other imaginary. A complex plane can be replaced by a complex torus. The circumference of the first circle is 4k, and the second 4k prime, where k and k prime are the quarter periods. Okay. I think I can imagine in my brain 4k and 4k prime diameter. Okay. Each function has two zeros and two poles at opposite position on the torus. Among the points 0, k, k plus ik, k plus ik prime, there is one zero and one pole. The Jacobi elliptic functions are then doubly periodic, meromorphic functions satisfying the following properties. There's a simple zero at the corner P, and a simple pole at the corner Q. Simple zero at the corner P, simple pole at the corner Q. The complex number P minus Q is equal to half the period of the function PQU, that is, the function PQU is periodic in the direction PQ. PQU is periodic in direction PQ. And period being 2 P minus Q, the function PQU is also periodic in the other two directions, PP prime and PQ prime. PP prime and PQ prime, with periods such that P minus P prime and P minus Q prime are quarter periods. Quarter periods in mathematics, the quarter periods Km and Ik prime are special functions that appear in the theory of elliptic functions. The quarter periods Ka and Ik prime are given by okay, where m is a real number over 0 to 1, then both K and K prime are real numbers. K is called the real quarter period, and Ik prime is called the imaginary quarter period. Any one of the numbers m, k, k prime, or k prime over k uniquely determines the others. These functions appear in the theory of Jacobian elliptic functions. They are called quarter periods because elliptic functions SNU and CNU are periodic functions with periods for k and for Ik prime. However, the Sn function is also periodic with a smaller period in terms of the absolute value than for Ik prime, namely 2 Ik prime. Oh, since the Jacobi. No, I already read that. Okay, Jacobi elliptic function of Sn. Sn. Jacobi elliptic function of Sn. The real Z and the imag Z. That sounds very cringe. I'm just gonna read real number plane and imaginary number plane. Okay, real number, imaginary number. The Jacobi function of Cn. I think I remember this. And the NDSC, Nintendo DS computer. Okay, Nintendo DS computer, NDSC. Okay, this was SN. So here to here, NDSC. Okay, this one. Cn elliptic function with k equals 0.8, domain coloring with C plot. It all makes sense now. We're looking from the above. What above? This shit like here. Yeah, we're looking something like this from above. So that's why it's called polar zeros. I get it now. And they're located in the S or N or D or C. And in this case, it's an S and N. Now I see it. Okay. In this case, NDSC, the C and N. Okay. And this one, N and D. Well, what is this? SC? Yeah, okay. Oh god. Model of Jacobi amplitude measured along vertical axis as a function of independent variables U and the modulus K. I really kind of want to imagine the process of 3D printing this. Okay, this one I'm looking at right now, it looks like not 3D printed, but I'm pretty sure someone already have done 3D printing of the Jacobi amplitude, and I wonder what the 3D printing software have felt. You have to input something in the software to get the outcome of the plastic filaments that it will print it out. And the printer software will see the input. And imagine, it's not normal, ordinary input like please print me a flower, please print me some woman with big assets. It's not like that. The printing software looks at your commands and it looks like this. It looks like this. Yeah, and I'm not quite sure if 3D printer system will have some knowledge about the imaginary plane, or I cannot even tell if this computer these days have an information or access to imaginary plane. Does it understand imaginary plane? Yeah. I just want to imagine that 3D printer received this command. That command received this shit right here, and this response, wow, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I'm not printing this. I don't know how to read this. And just print out big middle finger in the 3D the filament outcome. And people will see that, hey, this freaking 3D printer just flipped us off. Onto the trash bin you go, and you just throw the printer to the dumpster and you'll never see it again. That's a future. That's reality. I really want to imagine that, want that to become a reality. Yeah. First 3D printer. I don't think so. Okay. Where did I left off? I don't think I'm gonna read all of these pages right here. But like I said, at least I'm gonna make an attempt. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Okay. Elliptic functions can be given in a variety of notations. Can make the subject unnecessarily confuse functions or functions of two variables. The first variable might be given in terms of the amplitude phi, or more commonly in terms of u given below. The second variable, what is the first one? Yeah, u and m. Okay, Just read The second variable might be given in terms of the parameter m, or as the elliptic modulus k, where k square equals m, or in terms of the modular angle alpha, where m is equal to sine square alpha. Elliptic modulus k. Okay, I think I'm starting to see. The complements of k and m are defined as m prime is equal to 1 minus m and k prime is equal to root of m prime is root of 1 minus m. These four terms are used below without comment to simplify various expressions. The 12 Jacobi elliptic functions are generally written as pq, u, m, where p and q are any of the letters c, s, n, and d. Functions of the form ppum, ppum are trivially set to unity for notational completeness. The major functions are generally taken to be cn, sn, and dn, from which all other functions can be derived, and expressions are often written solely in terms of these three functions. However, various symmetries and generalizations are often most conveniently expressed using the full set. The notation is due to Guterman and Glacier and is not Jacobi's original notation. Holy shit. Throughout this article, pq u, t square is equal to pq u semicolon t. The functions are notationally related to each other by multiplication rule. Arguments suppressed. Okay. From which other commonly used relationships can be derived. If I have seen this first without any knowledge about the Jacobi elliptic functions, I would have thought that this is what the kindergarten schoolers think. What the kindergarten thinks the middle school mathematics as. Yeah. Okay, ER with QR. I know that these are not technically the fractions or the multiplication. I mean, it is, but not exactly the same way, the traditional. It reminds me of the vector calculation. The multiplication rule follows immediately from the identification of the elliptic functions with the Neville theta function. Of course, how can I not be oblivious about that? pq equal to theta p theta q Also note that km is equal to k squared. Integral 0 to 1 dt root 1 minus t squared 1 minus 7t squared. Now I think I understand why it's called the elliptic functions. Like the ellipse has the semi-major axis and semi-minor axis. Like that. has a similar concept, the k and k prime, but in this case it's imaginary plane and real plane. I think I now kinda understand why it's called the elliptic functions. Kinda, but okay. Also note that, yes, thank you. Definition in terms of inverses and elliptic integrals. There's a definition relating the elliptic functions to the inverse of the incomplete elliptic integral of the first kind f. These functions take the parameters u and m as inputs. The phi that satisfies u is equal incomplete elliptic integral of the first kind. It's called Jacobi amplitude. In this framework, the elliptic sign is in u. I see. Jacobi amplitude am u comma m. Incomplete elliptic integral of the first kind. Oh yeah. Incomplete elliptic integral Foxi gives so great. It's breaking. Oh. Incomplete elliptic integral of the first kind. The incomplete elliptic integral of the first kind f is defined as. Okay, I'm actually a little bit stressed. Not gonna lie, a little bit stressed right now. For a split second, I have seen this word as fuck. It's okay. So I'm not saying that I'm not enjoying this. I'm kinda in neutral mood right now. It's just that I'm not saying I don't hate this, but I gotta say, yeah, it's starting to wear me out a little bit because it's more like a rabbit hole, you know. Once you go in, you will just swirl inside more deeper, and there's no coming out. I know there would be the rabbit hole for mathematical concepts and calculations and notions. And I think I'm currently experiencing it right now. Amazing. Okay, where did I left off? F phi k is equal to f phi k squared equal to f sine phi k is equal to integral 0 to phi d theta over root 1 minus k squared sine squared theta. This is legendary trigonometric form of the elliptic integral. Substituting t to sine theta and x to sine phi, one obtains Jacobi's algebraic form fx colon k equal integral 0 to x. Equivalently, in terms of amplitude and modular angle, one has f. Amazing. Amazing. In this framework, the elliptic sign SNU, Latin sinus amplitudinis, is given by Sn is equal to a sine and the elliptic sign CNU, Latin sinus amplitudinis, is given by Cn as cosine and the delta amplitude DNU, Latin delta. Why am I reading all of these? In the above, the value m is the. Wait a minute. Why the last one has a differentiation form right there? Okay, anyway, the value m is a free parameter, usually taken to be real such that m is between 0 and 1, but can be complex in general. And so, the elliptic functions can be thought of as being given by two variables, u and the parameter m. The remaining 9 elliptic functions are easily built from the above 3 SNC and DN and are given in a section below. The remaining 9 elliptic functions okay. Oh Jesus, I'm really glad that my actual face is not being shown right now. It would have been really ugly. Okay. The remaining 9 elliptic functions are easily built from the above and are given in a section below. Note that when phi is equal to pi over 2, that u then equals the quarter period k. Holy. The most general setting AMUM is a multi-valued function in U with infinitely many logarithmic branch points. The branches differ by integer multiples of 2 pi, namely the points 2s km plus 40 plus 1 minus mi and I swear S and T are among the I know what this is, but I don't know what these are called. This one's the 자연수 아니냐? Natural number? Is it called natural number? Natural number. No, it's the N. 정수인가? 정수? 정수. Integer. Okay. N Yeah, D. Okay. This multi-valued function can be made single-valued by cutting the compass plane along the line segments when the these reference points. Defining as trigonometry, the Jacobi ellipse. Sine phi and sine phi are defined on a unit circle, where radius r equals 1 and angle phi equals arc length of the unit circle measured from the positive x-axis. Similarly, Jacobi elliptic functions are defined on a unit ellipse. Citation needed. With a equals 1, let x squared plus y squared over b squared is equal to 1. B is more than 1. M is 1 minus 1 over b squared, where m is bigger than 0 and lower than 1. X is equal to r cosine phi. Y is equal to r sine phi. Each angle phi, the parameter, that thing, the incomplete elliptic integral of the first kind, is computed. Each angle phi, the parameter u. U is u. What is the process of solving it using Jacobi elliptic? Still going, crazy, going really crazy. Oh shit, oh shit. Okay, I am going to come back next time. I'm not gonna read that for now. I'm not gonna read that. Yes. Wait. Well, if you just seen that, but you didn't read that. That's a huge difference between seeing it and reading it. I'm not gonna read that for now. Next time it will be, I will be doing the thing that I told you guys earlier. Yeah. Next one will be this one. Next one will be studying Jacobi elliptic functions, which is going to be very exciting and fun stream. You will be crying for tears. Crying for tears. And you will be crying tears for joy. So that's what I'm going to do next. The reason why I'm not reading it, and instead of reading it and doing the Jacobi elliptic functions studying stream next time, because I know that this is hard. I know that this is totally non-like anything what I've learned in any time in my life. Yes, this is my very first time encountering this kind of fuckery right here. Yes, no offense to Jacobi. Yes, no offense to Carl Gustav Jacob Jacobi. But what I'm saying is that, yeah, I believe you guys have never heard of this. But if you're really, wait a minute, no, there's a chance, I don't know who you're watching right now, but there's a chance that you're watching right now, yeah, you might have heard this. Because with this thumbnail that I have in my today's live stream, and no other people who is not interested in mathematics would dare click on my stream. And I believe, yeah, I can say you guys are the winners. Yes, congratulations for clicking on today's live stream. I want to congratulate you. I also want to thank you. I want to thank you and then congratulate you. That's the difference. Who's the difference? Yes, but anyway, you might. There's a chance that you might already know this, but we can all agree. We can all agree that this is not a thing you learn in high school or middle school. This is what you learn in university, particularly for mathematical majors, I think. So this is why I'm really alien to this information, and every alien information requires some time to get to make itself mine. So it takes time, and I don't want to just give up learning it. I think I'm saying this kind of frequently for today's live stream, but I know I have used frequently ChatGPT on this series of live stream, but I am trying, and I believe you guys also have noticed, I am trying to not just rely on ChatGPT. And the reason is very obvious. What is the point of relying on ChatGPT? And what is the point of doing a live stream with the title of Pararang channel on there if only thing that I'm going to do is just clinging onto ChatGPT's answers? That's not a thing to do. So I know this is hard. It looks hard, it is hard, it takes time. But instead of solely relying on ChatGPT's answers, I think I want to do it myself. I think I'm... Oh, yeah, I think I want to make it myself. And then I will do it myself. Okay. This is weird. My heart is racing. I think I might have spew out some words like a bloating steam engine without any taking breaks or breaths in the intervals of the words. Okay. Let me take a deep breath, and I'll come back with this one next time. Although I might have to archive this. Okay. Oh shit. 뭔가 안 돼. I think it's done. That means that's it for today's live stream. Okay. Wait a minute. The goal that I'm going for is that I want to I want to get a function of those two variables, the x and y. Well, technically not variables, but the locations of x and y. And I want to write them as a form of parameter t, like so x equals ft, y equals gt. And my strategy was integrating vx. Yeah, it was integrating vx and vy also. And while I was doing that, the function for the theta was required. And we were doing that. And we asked ChatGPT about what it is. Oh, ChatGPT showed the answer that this is the one, but I'm not sure if we're able to apply this theta function into this thing, into where is this? Yeah, into the function of v. Because that's not the final answer. I eventually have to use it on the other thing. You know, I don't even care. That's the challenge that my future me has to think about. Future me will come with an answer, but not now. The present me requires some food and some chocolates into his mouth, so that's not my problem for now. Yeah, okay. Now I'm really gonna go. Have a great day. Have a next time. Okay.